Light it up in the hot box. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Pour it up in the hot box. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let's look in the hot box. I put my brother down the right. I put my brother down the right. Yeah, all my niggas down the right. Down the road.
Took it to the East Coast where Brooklyn at, and we chillin' on the West where Oakland at. Young niggas be riding and we smoking that. Anywhere that we feel where we holding at. Can't sit still, bro, you we rolling that. Ooh, hey, burning on the damn floor.
Yo, what's going on YouTube? Drummer Chris here. We're coming back at y'all with another vid. What we have here today, bam, that's right, and these are the Ben & Jerry Chunky Donkey things, man. And the Nike SB Dunk Ben & Jerry's Chunky Dunkies. This has to be by far the most hyped sneaker of the year of all time. I don't know about, yeah, it was pretty hyped up. Like, I never felt or seen a hype on a pair of shoes in a long time, and since these things, man, ever since like pictures came out, surfaced around on IG and on the internet and everything, the hype has been insane and crazy. And I knew these things were gonna be such a crazy problem, especially this release was during like kind of basically during the pandemic, and people were at home. The only way to get these things was basically either skate shops or the sneakers app, and you guys kind of know how that was. I believe this was a raffle on the Nike sneakers app, and a lot of people took some L's. I think it was like maybe only like 5,000, less than that, on the sneakers app. And yeah, definitely took some L's. But hey, shout out to my boy Chris Cataluna. He actually got a W on his local sneakers or local area, and he got a W, and he allowed me to take a look at these things, man. And yes, these came out so far about a month ago, so I'm going to talk about these things now once the hype kind of died down just a little bit. Now, are these the sneaker of the year? A lot of people want to say. I think it's kind of like 50-50 what people think, like, some people like it, some people don't. It kind of all depends, Me personally, I'm gonna go ahead and say, nah, I don't think it's the best sneaker of the year. Matter of fact, I don't think it's even the best SB of the year. Like, these things here, the Travis Scott SBs, I like these things personally a lot better. Just because I just feel like it's executed better. I like the whole design and everything a lot better. This here is a little too much out there, but hey, I get it. The little chunky donkey things with a little bit of ice cream and stuff. But for me, I'm just feeling this shoe a lot better. But hey, everyone has different opinions, so it's all good. And with the Chunky Dunkies, the collaboration with the whole little ice cream and all that stuff, I get it, man. You know what? I talked to someone about it, and I was like, you know what? And they told me, and it makes perfect sense. The execution and design of these things, it went well. Like, you guys can see it. I'll talk about it, with the cow print, ice cream stuff here, a little bit of clouds and stuff like that. Like, it was just like how it is on the Ben & Jerry's, and they executed very well. This collab was done pretty well. People always talk about, hey, they want to see something different. Why are we getting the same thing over and over and over? And for them to go out and just, so with this design, they took a big chance. They went all in this collaboration. I'm gonna go ahead and say, bro, like, they did a good job. It's actually fine from execution wise in the design. It looks, it's pretty well done. Is it for me? I'm in my 30s. Is this something for me? No, of course not. And I'm not really even a big SB guy either, or huge dunk guy. But I get it and I respect it. I mean, in most cases, these are probably gonna be in everyone's at least top 3 to top 5. Most people even number 1 sneaker of the year. But hey, man, you guys be the judge, and you guys let me know. Anyways, let's go ahead. Let's just get into this review real quick, huh? All right. Let's take a quick little 360 of these things here. It is a lot going on, but we'll go ahead and we'll get into that. So the toe box here, as you guys can see, is like this little blue, light blue, sky blue colorway on the toe box. This material here is like this, it's that nice, decent, soft leather. Ain't nothing too crazy about it, but you know, it's a little nice, soft leather. You get your whole preparation, and of course, as you guys can see, this predominantly like pony hair, cow print shoe is throughout onto the panels here as well, and then the upper panels, and then on the heels as well. This cow print. You guys already know what that is. It's, you know, the Ben and Jerry's mascot. And then moving on side panels here, if you guys can see, which is actually pretty cool, man. You have the sky print here, and then a little bit of this green grass. You see all this, like the design, and there's Nike swoosh, this yellow Nike swoosh with a little bit of that melted ice cream on the Nike swoosh, and of course got that little of that cow print as well. And then moving on the back to the sky, and on the back of the heels here you have that cloud. You guys can see the little stitch in. Just the details on these things is pretty cool, man. And you got that Nike stitched in on the heels as well. Onto the laces here, you have that little I guess it's flat round laces. And then on the tongue, this tongue here is that cow print as well, and you have that Nike SB, and it has that chunky donkey on the tag. And then on the inner side, if you guys can see, has like this little bit of that, I guess would it be tie-dyed or rainbow-ish color, you know, a whole bunch of colors going on here. And if you guys can see inside the insoles, you got that Ben and Jerry collaboration with Nike SB. On the back of the tongue here, you get that Ben and Jerry's logo. If it's not fun, why do it? On the tongue back there. And it does come with extra set of laces here. It come with your white laces, and they don't come in a bag. This is how they usually have it, like this, like that, just kind of like, you know, a little string together. So come with green laces, white laces, and yellow laces, if you guys can see. Up to the midsole, you have this white stitched in midsole, if you guys can see. So there you guys have it. These are the SB Dunks, Ben and Jerry's Chunky Dunkies. Like I said, man, a lot of people are calling these things the sneaker of the year, the shoe of the decade, or whatever, you know. In my opinion, as of right now, I do respect it. I think it's cool and all. It's definitely the most hyped up shoe out there for sure. One of the most hyped shoes has been around in a long time, and these things were actually really limited. I remember how these things were, man. It was pretty freaking tough to get these things, man. And the resale on these things, I think like day one they were like at 1,800, and then they kind of bumped up to about 2K after day one, which I predicted. And as of today, as of right now, they kind of went down a little bit. I mean, just a little bit. I think they were at 1,600 right now in my size, 16 something. So of course, that's just how it is, man. I mean, the shoe, did it peak, you know? Like, I'm not gonna say it peaked, but I think it's gradually where it's supposed to be at. $1,600 for these things, which is still a lot. These things retail for about, like, I think it's like 100 or 110. So you're looking like a $1,600 come up. And kids out there, man, or just people in general, you know, big hype beasts out there, they're willing to spend that type of money for this particular shoe, man. Some shoes out there that's worth money, you know, you still gotta find that one buyer. But for these here, since it's so popular and so hyped, I don't think these things, you will have a problem moving these things, especially for $1,600 or even $1,500, you know, whatever kind of deal you can make out. And this shoe is probably, if you have the bread, if you have the capital, you have the money, this shoe might not be that bad of an investment, really. If it's DS and everything, like, honestly, I can definitely see these things being worth like $2,000 to about $2,500 in about a couple months, maybe even to about a year. They will go up, man, especially with the whole dunk wave going on. If the dunk wave is still strong, and especially for these things, man, I could definitely see these things going at least 2,000, 2K at least. That's a long time. And what I was saying in my video, like I was saying, like a hold or sell, I was just basically saying, like, yo, why not sell it now? Make that bread, you know, like, especially if you got it for retail and you're only looking to let them go. I mean, at the time they're going at $1,800, and if you bought these things for, you know, retail, that's a $1,600, $1,700 come up on one shoe. That's a lot of money, man. There's no need to be greedy. Just hold it and try to, you know, and wait for it to go up to like 2K. I mean, you know, it could possibly, but I think it kind of a little bit peaked. I mean, like what? How much could these possibly go? You know? I mean, I heard people try to say it could be worth 3, 4. Slow down a bit. I mean, a lot of things had to happen for that to become that, you know. Hey guys, that's pretty much end of the video, guys, for these Ben and Jerry's SB Chunky Donkeys. All right. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video, guys. If you guys don't mind, please hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if your first time here. Comment down below and please hit that bell for all the notifications for when I do drop vids. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media at JumpinChris on IG, sometimes on Twitter, and don't forget Snapchat. Anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I'm JumpinChris. Peace.